Greetings from Prime Minister John Briceño and the government and people of Belize. The Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework describes a necessary and ambitious journey for the benefit of nature and humanity. It challenges the global community to live in harmony with nature by 2050. This can only be achieved through global collaboration and coordinated efforts. Belize, uniquely positioned in Central America and the Caribbean regions, has a special vantage point in promoting biodiversity cooperation and integration across both regions. These regional blocs foster high-level political alignment centered on common vulnerabilities. This enables more efficient resource mobilization. Science, knowledge, technology transfer, and capacity development are core to these blocks. Belize is on course in meeting the 30 by 30 conservation goal. We have expanded the marine conservation zones to approximately 27%. We estimate achieving 30% before 2030. On the terrestrial side, we have 39% in protected areas of 60% forest cover. We are effectively implementing the National Ecosystem Restoration Strategy. Efforts are being placed in mangrove and riparian forest restoration. The Greening Belize initiative seeks to plant 1 million trees over the next 5 years. Restoring ecosystem connectivity and ecosystem functions is essential in building climate resilience, both for biodiversity and for human benefit. Belize's nationally determined contributions, NDC 3.0, scales up our ambition and outlines a bold agenda for climate adaptation and mitigation across all sectors. It now additionally integrates clearer linkages between biodiversity and climate, improving the coordination and increasing successful implementation of both agendas. Our National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan, NBSAP 2025 to 2035, a 10-year roadmap to positively impact biodiversity conservation, is well underway to being finalized. The 10-year strategy outlines clear priorities and defines critical success factors, aligning with the NDC 3.0, the National Ecosystem Restoration Strategy, and the Kunming-Montreal GBF. But there are challenges. Sector development, many times incompatible with biodiversity objectives, remains complex. Competing land uses continue to fragment our ecosystems. Misalignments of policy and legislation prove to be ineffective. Implementation of the NBSAP and NDC 3.0 will require over $170 million US, requiring intense finance mobilization efforts. Limited institutional capacities restrict the pace of implementing programs and reduces the scope in many cases. This is even more particular when integrating community and indigenous peoples in the management and governance aspects of biodiversity. However, NBSAPs and ambitious NDCs are only plans and policies and paper without the finance for implementation. We acknowledge our shared responsibility and reiterate our readiness to collaborate, to innovate, and to co-invest in solutions that safeguard biodiversity, support livelihood, and build resilience. And just like the 5 Cs, which focuses on the Caribbean agenda, and not putting aside the global initiatives, but we need more implementation agencies that are Caribbean, that feel what we feel, that know our culture, that understand the needs and can see the gaps that need to be filled for SIDS. We desperately need the will and collaboration of the global community, the same way it was done after 9/11, the tsunami of 2004, and COVID-19, and of course at the Rio Conventions when we agreed that our Mother Earth was in peril. Our ambition must be matched by solidarity. Our efforts must be underpinned by coordinated regional platforms, strengthened institutions, and inclusive governance. Aldous Huxley reminds us, facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. We in Belize will strongly support this Global Biodiversity Alliance. Thank you.